that work and I can sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the real.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Check.
Flacco. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Come on.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Check, 40 seconds. This is warm-up. Mike's 47.
Now it's Trubisky. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Check, 47. Watch the curve. Mike's 47.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky on the right side. This is Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Broncos 0. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Flacco's throw taken in by Fant. Oh, he knocks him over. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Riddick. And an alley to run. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
At the Bears' 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Flacco's throw there complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Flacco. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jonathan Bullard in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
he's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 79 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the ground, it's Reddick. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're going with Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Flacco from midfield. Airing it out for Hamilton. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Mark, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action with Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Avoids him at the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Trubisky. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bears 21, Broncos 10. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, Flacco once more. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. From the 29, Flacco. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go play action here on 1st down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Out left to Shaheen. Powering his way forward. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. following the sack. They'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go one more.
Go red.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, Monday.
Hey. Begin.
Hey, seam 6.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 18.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Check, 47. Hey, watch the ball.
Good. 80 weapons.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Caught right side, Davis. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. This is Freeman. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Flacco. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Defense wins championships, baby. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Flacco. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's get it.
Set. Ready.
58, right there.
Yellow, yellow.
Set.
They go pass again with Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Flacco now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Once more, it's Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter does.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, 95 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You better bring it.
Hey, Haywood.
Flacco looks to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Flacco now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Flacco. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now it's Flacco, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Flacco. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on this.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago! Mike Davis, 56 yards, as the Bears push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again here with Davis. He's to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Broncos 16.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Flacco's throw there complete. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run by Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Now Flacco. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Flacco from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Riddick with a carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10. They'll run with Davis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll indeed take a knee.